is there's a powerful truth that few people ever master. The power of restraint. We live in a world where everyone wants to be heard, everyone wants to explain, is to justify, to be understood. But what if the secret to power, peace, and influence isn't found in saying more, it's in saying less. When you're dealing with someone who avoids, who pulls away, who hides behind silence or distance, your instinct is to chase, to talk, to fill the space, is you want to fix it, to make them understand you, to make them feel what you feel. But that's where you lose your power, is because the truth is silence speaks louder than words. Every word you say can either create connection or fuel resistance. The avoidant thrives on distance, is they draw power from emotional space. The more you chase, the more they run. The more you explain, the less they hear. So instead of chasing, stand still. Is instead of speaking, hold your ground. You see, control isn't about dominating someone, it's about mastering yourself. Is when you can remain calm in the face of avoidance, when you can hold your silence while others are scrambling for validation, you become magnetic. Is your silence creates curiosity, your composure builds respect, your restraint commands attention. In that silence, is something powerful happens. The avoidant begins to feel the absence of your energy. They start to notice what they once ignored, is because silence forces reflection. It exposes what words could never reach. Think about it when you stop explaining, is when you stop trying to make them see your worth, that's when your worth becomes undeniable. Is the greatest warriors of life are not the ones who shout the loudest. They're the ones who move with intention, who choose every word like it's a weapon, is every silence like it's a strategy. So the next time someone withdraws, don't chase them with words. Don't beg for understanding. Is don't try to prove your point. Let your silence do the talking, because silence isn't weakness. It's wisdom. It's the recognition that not everyone deserves your energy, your explanations, or your effort. Some people only learn when they feel your absence, is not when they hear your voice. Learn to value your energy more than your ego. You don't need to be understood to have peace. Is you don't need to speak to be powerful. And when you can stand in silence, calm, steady, unshaken, you become a force that no one can ignore. So remember this, always say less than necessary, not because you're cold, not because you're distant, but because you're strong enough to know that the loudest message is often the one that's never spoken. Hold your silence, keep your power, and let your energy speak the truth words never could. Most people mistake silence for surrender. They think if you're quiet, you're losing. If you don't react, you don't care. But the truth is silence is one of the most powerful tools of self-mastery you'll ever learn. When you stay silent, you're not avoiding, you're observing, you're studying the situation, controlling your energy, and choosing your response instead of giving in to impulse. That's not weakness, that's strategy. When you deal with people who are avoidant, defensive, or emotionally closed, every word becomes a test of your control. They pull away to protect their space. The more you chase with explanations or emotions, the more you feed their distance. But when you respond with measured silence, you shift the balance. You take back your power. Because silence doesn't mean you have nothing to say. It means you're choosing not to waste your words. Think about it. The strongest people in any room are rarely the ones talking the most. They're the ones listening, watching, and waiting for the right moment to speak. Their silence builds tension, respect, and authority. In that quiet, they hold control. So the next time someone pulls away, don't fill the space with noise. Fill it with strength. Your silence is not emptiness. It's energy. Is. It's the sound of self-respect, the echo of emotional intelligence, and the proof that you've mastered the most important battlefield, your own mind. Is. Because when you learn to stay calm and quiet, you stop reacting to the world, and the world starts reacting to you. Is. Respect isn't demanded, it's commanded. And one of the greatest ways to command it is through restraint. In a world full of noise, opinions is an over-explanation. Restraint is rare. Everyone wants the last word, the loudest voice, the biggest reaction. Is. But those who master restraint, those who can hold their tongue, keep their emotions in check, and speak with purpose, become the ones people can't ignore. Is. Restraint is not suppression, it's precision. It's knowing that your words carry energy, and if you throw them carelessly, you lose power. Is. The person who can pause before reacting, who can stay calm in conflict, who speaks when it truly matters. That's the person everyone listens to, because composure is a language of strength that the insecure can't understand. When you practice restraint, is. You show the world that you don't need to prove yourself. You've already proven it by staying grounded when others lose control. The avoidant, the defensive, is the ones who thrive on chaos. They expect you to react. But when you don't, when you stay still and let silence do the work, you break the cycle. Is. You rise above the emotional storm, and that's where true dominance begins. Is. And here's the truth. The people who can't control their emotions will always try to control yours. Don't let them. Your restraint is your rebellion. Is. Your calmness is your authority. When you no longer give your energy to things beneath your peace, you become untouchable. So, hold your power. Is. Speak only when it adds value. Let your silence, your timing, your discipline speak for you. Because when you master restraint, is, you don't just earn respect, you embody it. And that's how leaders move, not through noise, but through unshakable calm.